So what's up, beautiful people? First of all, don't you dare leave this video, okay? I'm talking to you. 50% of you drop off in the first 30 seconds. I've checked the analytics, okay? So if you want to know, within 20 minutes, you will know exactly how to launch $1 million solo business idea. Come on, don't be lazy. This is exactly the process I followed to launch my business, which makes, okay, it doesn't make $1 million per year, it makes $500,000 per year, okay? It's good enough, I think. Okay, so I have my notes here on this communist newspaper, and I'm ready to go. First of all, I want you to change the philosophy, your philosophy around launching your idea. You're not launching your idea to become a millionaire in 30 days or 90 days or whatever. You're launching to learn. I want you to frame it like that, like I am learning, I'm launching to learn. You learn via scars. You don't even learn through YouTube videos like this. Like after this video, close YouTube, go build a business. Go do shit. Get scars. Do mistakes. Make mistakes. Oh my god, my English is so bad. Okay, so the goal is to learn fast. Okay, so we have to start small because most people, they want to come up with a master plan. Like, how can I launch and get 1 million users in the first 2 weeks? It never works like that. Only maybe 1 in a million launches work like that. Think about how many products launch every single day. How many open AIs do you have? How many ChatGPTs do you have? 1 in a million, honestly. What you want is to think of scale as something relative and dynamic that changes all the time. If you are at 0 users right now, scale and success is getting 1 user. If you are at 1 user now, scale is getting to 10 users or customers. If you're at 10 customers, scale is getting to 20, not even 100, 20. And 30, and 50, and then 100, and then 200. But it's not, okay, how can I go from 0 to 1,000 paying customers within the next 30 days? It never works like that. So start small and think of scale as relative, and also think of launching as a way to learn. Examples, I've launched 20 products. From the first product that I launched, I realized that the logo did not matter. So I was designing the logo to make it all perfect. I spent like a whole day on that, I think. So I realized that the logo is not that important for the MVP. From my second MVP launch, I realized that the domain name was not that important. I was going crazy to find the perfect .com domain, and it didn't save me, you know, still 0 users. No one gave a fuck, even though I had a .com domain, because that is not important. This is why you're launching again and again and again, because with every launch, you're stripping a little bit of the fat that is not needed. It's funny how, in my opinion, knowledge is subtractive, not additive. It's not about adding things, it's about removing things. And even with my business, when I remove things, many times I'm like, oh my god, I worked on that for so long and now I'm just removing it completely from my business, whether it's an automation or whether it's a product offering or whatever. And then I think, or a feature, and then I think, no, actually, that is progress. Progress is removing things. So every launch should be simpler than the previous one. Otherwise, you're doing something wrong, maybe. From my third launch, I realized that the pixel perfect design of the buttons and the gradient that I added to the buttons does not matter either. And the fourth one and the fifth one and so on and so forth. You know, it's funny, I remember once I launched this product when I built this. It was a cryptocurrency, it was like Stripe, but for crypto. Imagine this, like how complicated it was. I was coding it for months. And I launched it and I got 0 customers again. I was like, oh my god, I could have validated this idea with a landing page and nothing at the back. Nothing on the back end. Just a button, you know, like get started now or pay now. And I spent months coding for no reason. So with every iteration, I stripped a little bit of fat, and at the end, the irony is that my simplest product was my most successful. So the way I launched CyberLeads, which started as a newsletter with leads with companies that just raised millions in funding, so you can do business with them because they have money to pay. I launched it just with a landing page and no product. It was just a landing page and a buy now button. And if you bought, then on the first of the next month, you would have a list with every single company that just raised money and they're looking to outsource. This is important, okay? Yes, you can launch with a landing page, but you should be able to ask for money. In my opinion, an MVP, it doesn't matter how complicated it is, but it has to make money. Because if it doesn't make money, think about it, it's not viable. Minimum viable product. It's not viable if it doesn't make money. Simple, common sense, okay? So your MVP has to be as simple as possible, yet make money or be able to charge money. Then you launch. Okay, so how do you launch? Keep it simple, keep it sweet, keep it fast. The goal is to learn fast. So you start with warm outbound. Just block a day, which is launch day. One day will be launch day. Warm outbound. You DM, text message or call any friends that might be interested. If you want, you can just, instead of asking them directly, do you want to pay me? You can say, do you know anyone who might be interested? And they might know someone who's interested, or they themselves might want to pay for it. And that's number one. Number two, cold outbound. You can send emails to people that might be interested, or even journalists. If you have something that is actually kind of fun to cover, you can cold email a few journalists, and maybe they cover you in their next article or something. Or you could cold email people that have a blog that is talking about something very relevant to yours, like the top 10 whatever, and cold email them. Shoot your shot, because you never know what might happen. This worked for me once really, really well with a little project that I had. There was this blog that ranked for the perfect keyword, and I said, hey man, I built this little thing. I think actually it would be relevant for your blog. And he said, actually it is. Let me just add it. And I was getting customers for that thing for years. Okay, so that's for the one-to-one marketing. And now you want the one-to-many. These are like the big shots. If you pull this one off, the others are going to be a margin error. And it's, in my opinion, Reddit. Every Reddit has a relevant subreddit. So whatever you do, it could be pet food. There's a pet subreddit which is massive. You should post there. However, Reddit is very difficult. I usually never get love from Reddit. I get banned all the time. But if you pull this off, it's going to be massive. Then it's Product Hunt, but this is mostly for tech products, so it has to be kind of tech related. But it's quite easy to pull off. If you don't have an audience to push, and I would say the best days are weekends, less competition, so I would launch on a weekend. And then Twitter. If you have Twitter or LinkedIn, post there. Post a little story, make it interesting. Don't just say, here's this thing that I built. Make it a story. I built this because of that, and I spent 2 weeks, and this is my third project, and so far I've failed like 3 times. And make it interesting, make it relatable, make it human. And then you have Facebook groups, which is kind of similar to Reddit. These are a bit tricky. I've never really cracked this one. And that's it. And then you go. You pull the trigger and you launch everywhere. And you pray to the gods, to the tech gods, to the product gods, whatever, to the launch gods, that you get traffic and that you convert the traffic into money. And if you do, my friend, you have validated your idea. This does not take time, if you've noticed, but it's not easy to do. It's simple, but it's not easy. An example was that I built and I built 20 products in the span of 2 years, and I never really had, I had successful launches, as in a lot of traffic, but I never actually had something that felt like a business. I never had a B2B business with traction that I could see becoming like a real business. It was those stupid little products. But the product that ended up changing my life, I built it and launched it and validated it all within 2 weeks. And it was because I had gone through all the fire and learned by doing. Because I can tell you all these things, but I know you're not going to follow them. I know that you're not going to be as scrappy as you have to be, because you have to learn by doing. Okay, so I want you to launch as many products as you can until you find that one product, and then just focus on that one product. I've talked about this in another video. It's called One versus Multiple Businesses for Solopreneurs. Focus on that one product. Use your shiny object syndrome to find new distribution channels for it and grow it and change your life forever. So that's it. This is how I personally launch. I keep it simple, and if everything goes right, you have validated your idea and you're off to the races, my friend. The easiest part starts now. Okay, so that was it. If you want, you can comment, like, and subscribe to this video, and I'm gonna pick one of you guys or girls for a free consulting session, like an hour plus, as long as it takes, and we can talk about your business or your ideas if you don't have a business yet. And we're gonna record it. I'm gonna post it on this YouTube channel, also my Twitter, so you will get followers or exposure to your app or business. And you help me with the algorithm here, because I'm trying to grow this little channel, and I help you as well. That's it. Peace out.